And I will give you a hint, we definitely bought more than that this week because we believe Ethereum prices have actually bottomed.
억만장자 투자자 톰리는 월가에서 가장 존경받는 투자자 중 한 명입니다.
3 jobs today. I'm the head of research for Fundstrat Global, which does macro and crypto research. I'm the chief investment officer of Fundstrat Capital, which manages 3 ETFs, including Granny Shots, which is the fastest to $3 billion in the history of any active equity ETF. And I'm chairman of the board of Bitmine Emerging Technologies, which today is the largest holder of Ethereum in the world.
톰리는 26년도에 비트코인과 이더리움이 훨씬 더 상승할 거라고 믿고 있는데 한번 들어보시길 바랍니다.
So, if you're bearish on crypto or you think the best days are behind us because of the last 10 years, I'm going to disagree. Keep in mind today, there's only 4.4 million Bitcoin wallets that have more than $10,000. Okay. By contrast, there's almost 900 million individuals around the world with more than $10,000 in their retirement accounts. So, if Bitcoin were to be held by all these accounts, that's a 200 times increase in adoption. That's still, to me, exponential and hypergrowth. And Bank of America Fund Manager Survey still shows 67% of fund managers have zero allocation to Bitcoin. Wall Street wants to tokenize all financial products. And keep in mind, financial products today, if you include real estate, it's almost $2 quadrillion that they want to put onto the blockchain. And then, of course, in the agentic world, it's going to create a need for decentralized trust and security, of course, which is what blockchain solves. So to me, I think the best years are still ahead. And I will give you a hint, we definitely bought more than that this week because we believe Ethereum prices have actually bottomed. So we're bullish on Ethereum. But let's go back to the 4-year price cycle for Bitcoin because it's still hard to escape this chart. 3 of 3 times since the history of Bitcoin, the 4-year cycle, or 3.91 years, exactly called the top and the lows. So the question is, why is Bitcoin subject to a 4-year cycle? We asked the Fundstrat Digital Assets team to give us the 5 most logical reasons for this. There's the halvening cycle, there's monetary policy, margin debt. But the 2 things that I think have actually become more important in our view is gold versus copper, and then the ISM, which is just your traditional economic business cycle. So let me explain. So the halving could explain Bitcoin because the halving is pre-computed, but the problem with the halving cycle explaining Bitcoin's price is that there's a lot of other things that have a 4-year cycle. Presidential elections, Olympics, World Cup, etc. But there are some things that follow a 4-year price cycle that no longer follow a 4-year price cycle. And one of them is copper versus gold. And this is a tweet from AO BTC analyst. And we decided to recreate it, which is, let's look at the ratio of copper prices, which is measuring industrial activity, to monetary base, which is gold. And in the past, you can see it had a predictable 4-year cycle, except this time. And if you line it up with Bitcoin and copper, they actually line up almost perfectly. But copper and gold are not in a 4-year cycle now because that ratio should have peaked this year.